So I use 3 different AIs to help me run this YouTube channel and to help me in my consultancy. And what I'll share with you here is the 3 that I use, why I use them, how I use them, and in what ways I think maybe it could help you. And the good news is I, like you, watch a lot of YouTube videos, especially a lot of the, hey, how do you use this? How do you use that? And, all I ever do when I pop on these video channels is I maybe give a comment, maybe I give a like, maybe I give a thumbs up. Sometimes I subscribe. And that's sort of my way of repaying them. So this is my way of giving back to all those people that have ever helped me. If it helps you, please take it with you. So look, I started my AI journey with ChatGPT whenever it started a couple of years ago, like most of you, probably using the free version, didn't understand what a prompt was, didn't understand how to talk to this thing. It seemed a little bit scary, a little bit goofy. And then one day you realize you've been talking to it for like 3 months and it knows things about you, but we also realized how slow it got and didn't understand credits and all those various other things you had to buy. But one day we all realized this thing is pretty cool. So I've been using chat mostly for my sort of, I don't want to say mentoring because that's kind of a strong word, but let's say I was using it as a sounding board, and I use it a lot as a sounding board, particularly in business. And it helped me. It really helped me shift left, shift right. I would sometimes let it write an email for me. Sometimes I'd let it write a post for me. But in general, I realized that I had to write all those myself. It was simply helping me stay on track. And you probably use it in the exact same way. I discovered Gemini because I have Google Workspace. And a little screen popped up and it said, ask. So as I'm looking at my computer now, as I'm making the video, it says, ask Gemini. And it's in the top right. I use Chrome. Maybe Microsoft, maybe Safari has it, maybe Microsoft has it, whatever, I don't know. I'm only I use Google a lot for everything. But Ask Gemini pops up on the screen and it allows you, when you open it, it allows you to go to any website you can think of, any tab you have open, any URL, and you type into the chat box, analyze this page in real time. So let's say you've got a LinkedIn video, a LinkedIn post pulled up, a YouTube video pulled up, a social media post pulled up, and let's say underneath the post are a bunch of comments. It can analyze the whole thing in real time. So you will ask it a question, what do you think of Lou's post? And is it relevant for me? And what do you think of the comments, as an example? And you'll be blown away at how accurate and how much information it will give you relatively quickly. Whereas chat, you have to somehow copy and paste the URL, and many times chat cannot open the page. It drives you nuts. As an example, you want to pull up your YouTube page and say, hey chat, hey AI, what do you think of my YouTube page? Is the banner ad look good? Does the banner look good? Does the picture look good? Does the description look good? Does the whatever look good? Analyze the videos. Analyze my analytics. Doubling up my word. It'll do it, but it won't. But chat can't do it. And I discovered that Gemini was pretty handy for that. So again, 2 different AIs. How did I get to Claude? Claude is the third one that I use. Well, I watched a post on X one day that talked about faceless YouTube videos, and I thought, it's interesting. I've never really considered making them, but I certainly do watch documentary videos. I bet you watch documentary videos too. And usually there's a ton of really good video in most of them, at least the ones that I've seen, and the ones that aren't very good I don't tend to watch. But a lot of times what hooks me into those videos are the voices. And like you, probably like me, the minute I hear an AI robotic voice, I'll stop watching immediately. But the good ones keep me going and keep my attention. So I thought, let me try, and if you look at my channel, you'll see 4 or 5 or 6 videos kind of at the beginning where I tried that. I didn't really like it. It really wasn't exciting me, but I at least tried it. I did it because the way in which it was structured was I was using ChatGPT, my chat, to keep me organized with an outline. It would sort of keep me almost like a business administrative assistant, and it would help me focus on what I was doing, what the next steps were. Gemini was working as my research assistant because Gemini, of course, has access to Google. So I would go to Gemini and I'd say, look, what are the top 50 videos that people are searching in the documentary space? And it sort of talked to me about, what my interests were. And so we settled on like industrial catastrophes and mysteries of history, I think, and maybe corporate scandals, whatever. And it would research, and I would then have it give me a prompt, which I have saved all this on a spreadsheet. It gives me a prompt, and the prompt I give to Claude. So Claude acts as the transcript writer, and I find that Claude is incredibly good at writing. And so I would take this prompt, I'd put it into Claude, and I'd say, okay, create a transcript for Juicero was one that I came up with, or CW Post was one that I came up with. If you look at any of my previous videos, you'll see it. All those transcripts were written with Claude. Now, what I can tell you is that you as the human, me as the human, you still need to read this stuff over. And so I would read the transcript out loud 3 or 4 times and to discover that the transcript was boring, or I was bored 5 seconds in. And I'd go back to Claude and I'd say, Claude, look, I'm bored. And if I'm bored, anybody listening to me is going to be bored out of their mind. Claude would rechange it. And what I discovered, here's where it got really fun. What I discovered is that I could sometimes take that transcript and send it back into Gemini, or I could send it back into Chat. And all 3 would give me slightly different answers and slightly different responses. And what I find beneficial, at least for me, is I like to look at all of the options and try to blend it together and say, okay, here's the direction I want to go. But I love getting suggestions from different sources. Something else that I do now, when I finish making, so like I'm making this video here with you, I'm using my iPhone to make the video. That's the camera. I've got this little lapel thing. By the way, the lapel mic I saw on a TikTok video. Somebody was using it and I went, that's kind of cool. And for like $15 bought it on Amazon. So once the video is done, I record the video in QuickTime. I export it and I upload it to a product called CapCut, which is pretty cool. CapCut then creates the video. The very first thing I do is I use it to make my transcripts, which if you watch this video, you're going to see little transcripts going across the screen. And I then take that transcript file, I download it as an SRT file, and I send it back into Claude, and I'll send it to Gemini, and I let them both read it. And I have them analyze the video. And I'm saying to them, is my video too slow? Am I boring? Am I saying too much? Have I lost the plot? Should I remake the video? Sometimes it'll help me edit it, and sometimes it says, Lou, it's great, send it out. And of course, I send it out, and I have 12 views, and I wonder if I'm doing anything right. But those are all the things that I use. And the reason I use them, and it's pretty effective for, like I said, 58-year-old non-tech me. Now, maybe you're 20 or 25 or 50 or whatever, and you're far more savvy at this stuff than I am. I'm telling you, we are hitting the tip of the iceberg with what these things can do. Now, again, I still think the human needs to be in the middle of this. Because, again, when I was reading the transcript, I could tell the transcript was boring, and I didn't want to read it, let alone watch it, which means nobody else is going to either. You have to be able to push back on the AI, and you're going to find that with Chat or with Gemini or probably with anyone that you use if they're different than those 3. You have to pay attention to what it's telling you. You have to use your experience, your gut, your mind, and go, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. And you're going to find many times that it doesn't sound right. And that's how you ask it to correct itself. And then how I use it for my consultancy is kind of in similar fashion. I will have it analyze LinkedIn pages. I'll have it analyze emails or text messages that I get from people, and I don't ask it to write for me. I ask it, what do you think of this? Am I missing an element? If I write back this way, what do you think? Put yourself in this person's shoes. And it's actually helped me get business. I can't deny that. It probably can help you too. But I think in all these cases, talking about whether or not it will replace jobs is a whole different video for a different topic. And nobody's really asked me to go down that rabbit hole yet. Do I think so? God, I don't know. I'm a small business owner. You can watch videos before where just in the last year I'd already gotten fired from a job. So I didn't get fired due to AI. But, I'm not exactly one to ask. I'm not a tech expert. I don't have an IT degree, and I'm not, in that group of people being laid off, unfortunately for those people. So I am the wrong person to ask that question. But I truly hope the video helped a little bit. Again, my goal here was to give back to the people who've been helping me. And if those people are you, God bless. Please take it. I hope it helps you. And if you like what I'm doing, hit me with a thumbs up, subscribe, ask a question, make a comment. All that helps the little YouTube algorithm find other people and helps me grow. So anyway, thanks for sticking around and watching. And I hope you're well wherever you are. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.